Thank you, Madam Chair. And Madam Chair and colleagues, I continue to be upbeat and optimistic about our ability to come together and produce a bipartisan product. It is never too early to move strongly and work out differences. We've got some heavy lifting to do, but I'm convinced we can do it. Now, Madam Chair and colleagues, I'm especially upbeat about the prospects for this bill to boost rural America. In our part of the world, the cities are really bouncing back, yet too many rural areas are hurting. Rural America is where much of renewable energy development takes place, and it's where the resources needed to protect our public lands are centered. So I intend to work closely with colleagues on both sides. I'm just going to touch on 3 issues very quickly. The first is the issue of forestry, where it is fair to say this is a burning issue, literally and figuratively, with the wildfires. They've raced across the West in our country this summer. The fires are getting bigger, they're getting hotter, but the way the federal budget works for dealing with them is just broken. You've got fire borrowing. We have a lot of history of working in a bipartisan way on this issue, and I intend to work with our colleagues to get this issue solved in the conference and stop eroding our forest agency budgets. Second, I think we have a lot of opportunities for this conference to be seen as a bellwether for innovation. The Senate bill, for example, sparks new geothermal energy development and builds renewable energy on public lands. There's a bipartisan game plan for energy-efficient building codes, the SAVE Act. These are provisions that I think, if we can lock them in a final agreement, are going to be seen as innovative. On water, the Senate bill addresses a variety of issues. I'm particularly interested in resolving the longstanding battle with the Klamath Basin, and I look forward to working with our colleagues on the drought issues as well. Finally, this is a conference on energy, but there are other issues at play that communities are going to be paying attention to. First, the conference has a chance to authorize the renewal of the Secure Rural Schools program, which, apropos of rural America, is a lifeline. My colleagues on the Energy Committee know that we're particularly proud of our history of originating this bill, originating it in a bipartisan way, and communities need the certainty of reauthorization. Finally, the permanent authorization of the Land and Water Conservation Fund is a particularly valuable part of the Senate bill. I think the way we have worked on it in the Energy Committee and in the Congress has been sensible by focusing on a permanent and mandatory approach. I know there's controversy about it, but I hope we can work that out. With that, Madam Chair and colleagues, let me say I look forward to working with all of you and getting